Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today is a very special video since I have a webcam now. We're gonna be doing a tier list today of all the Time Princess story, excluding the side stories because that's just too many right now, but all of the stories that are currently out since I've been through every one of them. And we're going to be going through a rating list. So if you're new to Time Princess and you feel kind of overwhelmed with all the stories, this might help you out in finding out what you want to play and which you want to wait for later. And I'm also going to be showing my favorite outfits in each one of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like Time Princess content or any other cute stuff. I'm pretty variety wise on my channel. And this is going to be quite a long one probably. So grab a drink and let's get into it. So starting off, I think I'm just going to go from the beginning to the end of how I put it in. I made this list on Tier Maker. I will put the link down below if you want to do it yourself because I'm very curious to see what everyone else is going to get. Okay, let's start with Ancient Dreams. This is actually my favorite story, I think. It was amazing. So this is going to go straight to S tier. What's so amazing about this story is it felt like a real book. Some stories kind of feel like just some webtoon or something. I don't know how to explain it. But Ancient Dreams was just, it was like a real story. I was really intrigued. I just kept playing it and I barely have that with many stories, so I really recommend it. It's an Asian inspired story where objects who exist long enough and have a soul can develop to become a real person. Basically all I'm gonna say about it, but this is definitely a must read. I really recommend this one. This is my favorite one so far. And this is my favorite outfit from Ancient Dreams. I'm not really big on the Asian outfit. They don't really suit my style, but I really like this one because of the sleeves on the side and the ruffles. I just like ruffles and outfits, and I think this one is really cute. But the outfits are not the best on this one. It's definitely for the story that I would recommend this one. Moving on, we have Cleopatra. So this is going to be one of that I didn't really read. There are a few that I just didn't care for. I don't really care for Egyptian stories, and I kind of just skipped through it to get all the outfits done, and I don't really care much for the outfits either, so I would put it in the lower tier. But my friend who did read it and is really into archaeology, he said it was good because he doesn't read much of the stories, but he said this one was really good. So if you like Egyptian stories, you probably like this one, but I don't really care for it, so I kind of skipped it. And then this is my favorite outfit from Cleopatra. I don't really like this one as much, but I like the kitty ears and the snake around her leg. I think it's kind of cool, but I don't think of any of the Lucky Jerry stuff as well. I think this is a Lucky Jerry outfit anyway, so get onto the next story. So here we have Dancing on Ice, which is also one I did read. I thought it was okay. I like the outfit because it was very modern, so I think I'm gonna put it like, I haven't really thought about it, so I have to switch everything up later if I have to, but I think it's D. I thought it was okay. I wasn't really intrigued at the end. I kind of started like fast reading, you know what I mean? But the outfit were good. So for example, this is my favorite one. I don't like at all how this looks together, but the separate pieces are great to use when I make outfits myself, like the hat or especially the jeans. We don't have enough jeans in this game, so this is definitely one I really liked. And the suitcase is really cute. I love the colors in this one. So this one was okay. Next up, we have Ghost Manor. Ghost Manor started off really good. I didn't really like it as much in the end. So this is a story about us getting a big manor from our aunt who passed away, and we find out that our ghosts living and we can only communicate with them, and we kind of want to sell the building, but we have to talk to the ghosts and stuff, and all this stuff is going on. In the beginning, the idea is really cool, but it just turns so much into a law situation. There's so much talk about stuff that I personally don't care about. It was okay. It was more fun than Dancing on Ice, I would say, and the outfits were pretty good as well. So this is also one of my favorite outfits just in the whole game. This is just the one you get from the encounters as well, but the jeans, the top, the phone, I love the modern stuff. We need more modern things that look good. This is one of them, to me at least. So definitely for the clothing, it's up there for me, but the story starts off good, but in the end, it's not that good. Next up is Gotham Memoirs. So together with Queen Marie and Magic Lamp, these three are kind of the big stories that they started off with and are kind of the thing that they're pushing. Gotham Memoirs is pretty popular. Personally, unpopular opinion, I don't like it. I started off reading it when I just started, obviously, but it was just so complicated. There are so many paths. This is definitely the biggest story that there is in the whole game, so you can unlock a lot of things. The story I've heard is good, but I just can't get through it. It's so complicated. I got stuck on a few endings, and I tried to use guides to get other endings, but I just couldn't get it. So I haven't like even finished it on 100%, and I don't really like it, but the companions are hot, so that's a plus. And then this is my favorite outfit from Gotham Memoirs. People hate this one as well, but I love it. It's so cute. Again, I think it's the ruffles in the pink, but this one is just so pretty. I love this one. There's also this one, I have to mention it. It's so cute. And there's also one with a sunflower version of this one. I really like these, but the story itself, it's not for me. It's too complicated. I'll say it, alright? It's too complicated for me. So rating the story, I would say it's the same level as Ghost Manor. Probably, yes. Okay, next up we have Gourmet's Journey, who just came out and I made a video on it, so if you're interested, please go watch that. So I just finished Gourmet Journey the other day and I really liked it. It started off kind of weak, but it got really strong in the second chapter. What's so good about it is that there's a lot of plot twists that kind of fit with the story. Some of them were like a little bit too much, but we are a chef and our dad is a chef as well, and we are looking for him because he disappeared while working for the emperor, and we want to know what find out. So we enter this competition trying to get in there. We make some friends along the way, and I'm not going to say more than that, but it was pretty good. I actually recommend it. I think it's going to go up into my A tier list. I actually really enjoyed that. So the outfits were a little bit of a miss. They were okay, but not my favorite. As I said in the other video, I really like this one just because of the colors, and I like the bunny bag, but nothing really special mentioned about the outfit. But the story, thumbs up. So next up we have you seen Claudia? It was okay. If you like detective kind of stories, this is definitely the one for you. It was good. It was kind of predictable, but at the same time not really. Just like Gourmet Journey, they want to throw in the little plot twist, but sometimes it's just a miss for me. This story was okay. I'm gonna give it a B. It was better than Ghost Manor. It was so-so. It started off really exciting because you want to know what finds out, but the ending was kind of whack, in my opinion. The outfits in this story are kind of random, at least this one for Lucky Jerry, because it's kind of set in the, what is it, 1700s in London? Something around that. So most of the outfits are based on that, but this one is your Lucky Jerry outfit, and it's completely random, but it is my favorite because I just love crazy stupid outfits like this, and the carousel moves as well, which is kind of cool. Next up we have Helen of Sparta. This is one of the stories that they never made a chapter 2 for, so if you're gonna read this, you're gonna be disappointed with an open ending because you don't know what happens. Like, you get some endings because it's a story, but it's not finished basically, and we don't know if there's ever gonna be chapter 2. People have been screaming about it on all socials for it, but so far, no good. The story itself, it's pretty good. It's set in Greece, and you are just kind of romancing with all these gods and stuff and getting to know them without them actually revealing that they're gods. They're like gods under human, and all this stuff is happening, and it's fun. I like the world setting and the characters, but it's just a shame that it never got finished. So I would put this up with a C just because it didn't get finished. The outfits, however, are great. This is one of my favorites because of the dress, how simple it is, but it's so classy. They really nailed it this time. It just looks great. All the outfits, there's one with really long hair. The dresses are really nice. I like that. I like it especially for the outfits, but the story, because it's not finished, I wouldn't recommend it. Next up, House of Horrors. This one was amazing. This is going straight up to S tier. This is exactly what I'm looking for. So you wake up as your character in a house with some other people, and you are stuck in a time loop that resets, and slowly people in that group start dying. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how you got there, and it's really intriguing. It really got me hooked on the first chapter. The second chapter, it goes like a throwback. I like that. That's not one linear timeline. It's switching around, which is nice. It got kind of weird and slow in the second chapter, but I like the endings that you could get, and it wasn't too complicated. And I would definitely recommend this for the story, especially if you also like Have You Seen Claudia? You probably like this one as well. So this is my favorite outfit from the story. It is a very Lolita style, just like I said in my video, which I also made on this one. I just like the Lolita, gothic Lolita. The doll is actually cute, and the dress as well. The other outfits in the stories are also pretty good. Next up, we have Little Women. I remember when the story came out, I tried to read it. It has to be the most boring story in this game. So I'm gonna put it in didn't read, but it's actually F, because I kind of read it, but I didn't. I'm just gonna put it in F. I started reading it, but I couldn't care. You are a, think, aspiring writer or actress. So you have to kind of choose one of two companions and kind of have to go on two paths in that way. But I just couldn't be bothered. I know it's based on I think, a book, which I haven't read, so I'm just going to judge the story how I read it. So it's kind of in between these ones, so it's an F, but not really. But the outfits too are just, the outfits are so boring. I'm sorry. It was a misser, but it was in the beginning of Time Princess, so I'm gonna let it slide. So this is my favorite outfit from Little Women. This one is actually cute. All the other ones are totally boring. I don't know. This one should have been Queen Marie. This is the only good thing about the story. I would pass on this one if I were you. Next up, we have Magic Lamp. This is also one of the big stories I told you about. I am gonna put this in A tier. It is not my top favorite, but it is really good. It is like Aladdin, you have a genie and you have kind of a Jafar and there's all these things happening, and I really recommend this one. You also can get really pretty good relics for the rest of the story. It's pretty long as well. I think it's 3 chapters, and you can get a lot of items from there as well. So I recommend playing this one not only from the story, but it also will benefit your other gameplay because of the relics and such. So this is my favorite outfit from the story just because of the hair. They should do more of these glowy hair things because we haven't had enough of that. Phantom of the Opera was a story, is obviously also based on the real piece, the musical opera piece. I have not seen it either. I've not read any books about it, so this is the only experience that I have with the Phantom of the Opera, but I know what it's based on. I like the outfits a lot, and the story was okay. I'm gonna put it with B because the story was okay, but the companions are so toxic. It's like choosing between 2 turds basically on the man. They are terrible. They treat me like shit, and then the main character is kind of acting like, oh my god, did you really just say that? Oh my god. And I'm like, girl, get out of there, dude. Why are you going for either of these men? Because I'll be honest, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but the Phantom is an absolute weirdo. He's a creep, so I don't know why there is an option to end up with him. So just putting that out there. I don't know, but it's high because I love the outfits as well, and the story was okay, but I wouldn't want to be in her situation. So this is my favorite outfit. It's stunning. I think this is one of my top 5 dresses in the whole game. They kind of move together and the clock ticks and the curtains close, and it's so cool. I don't even have it yet, but it's so gorgeous. And the other outfits are also really nice. So if you do it for the outfits, I recommend this one. If you like operas, you probably definitely like this one. So thumbs up for me. Next up is Princess Sissi, which is also based on a book, movie, book, series, whatever. My mom was really into it, so I was like, okay, let's give it a try. I was in a time in my life that I didn't have motivation to actually read the story, so I'm gonna be honest, I skipped it. I didn't care. So I can't say anything on it. The outfits are okay. There's one dress that I really like, but maybe someone in the comments can say what they thought about it, because I couldn't care and I don't feel like going back to read it. So this is my favorite dress. It is so simple, it's so cute. It's definitely just the sleeves in the dress. I don't care much for the rest. That's it. Then we have Queen Marie, the first story many of us probably have read, and I really liked it, so it's gonna go up to S tier actually. I think the characters are great. I think the story is great, even though it's also based on a true story-ish. I recommend you reading it. The outfits are pretty great. There's this one dress that I've been trying to get on Lucky Jerry, which I can't just get apparently. Yeah, it's good. It's about Queen Marie from the France Revolution time, so you're gonna be playing as her, and this is the first story they made. So if you might look back on it now, it may be different writing style than it was because it's already more than 2 years ago that they made this, but thumbs up for me. So this is my favorite outfit. It's not historically accurate, obviously, because it's just an open chest, but I think it's so cute with the bows and the maid vibes and the ruffles again. Yes, this is a really cute outfit. Then we have Romeo and Julius. This is also a story I kind of half read. I started reading it and then I don't know what it was. I got either confused or I got really bored, so I'm gonna put it in the didn't read one because I can't recall anything about it. So it just went straight in, straight out. I remember reading the first part and then taking a break for a week, and then when I came back I forgot, and then I just didn't want to go back and reread everything to remember everything, so I just skipped on it. I just clicked my way through it, crafted everything, and I moved on with my life. So I couldn't say anything about this either, but the outfits are okay. So this is my favorite outfit from Romeo and Julius. This outfit is one of my favorite because I love the style of dress that just cuts off the hair and it flares out. And I love the hair. I use the hair a lot when I make outfits, so that's worth it for me. So next up is Saga of Viera. This is also a story that didn't get finished. It's about us, the main character, going to this magical elf realm, which only can be entered so many times in 100 years or something. And we're looking, I think, it was for our parents. I don't remember anymore because it's been a while since I read it, but it's unfinished, so it's not really worth reading. The characters and the companions are great. The story so far is great. I just wish they also finish it, but it's been a while since I read it, so I don't really remember much of the details. I'm gonna put it in D because it wasn't good enough for me to remember apparently, and I didn't enjoy it that much. The outfits are pretty okay actually though, but so we're gonna have to take a look. This is my favorite outfit. I think this is a Lucky Jerry outfit. I just like the spiky look of it. I don't know, it's kind of sexy and it looks good. The nails are cool because it's like clip-on. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. So next up is Shadows of London. Ding ding ding, another story that didn't get finished. This one is a vampire story. If you like vampires, you probably will like this, and it's also kind of set like, have you seen Claudia time? In the gloomy days of London. So I would say this is pretty good. I liked it a lot. Again, I wish they finished it. They have some twists in there that aren't too forced to me, it seems. I like this a lot. This is gonna go in the B list. I really like this one. The outfits are pretty good. The companions are good. I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself, but they are pretty good and I would recommend you playing this. This is my favorite outfit from there. It's also kind of the gothic vibe you're going for. I love the dress and the gold and I love roses. I like this outfit the most. Then we have Siwoo Side, which is a Korean story, and it is about K-pop, and we're gonna be a rising star and we want to be famous. And I think there's also something with ghosts in there. They love ghosts, I've noticed. Often the stories are with abused kids or orphans. I think like half of them are an orphan in all of the stories, and I don't like that they push that narrative. The ghosts are okay, they can stay in most of them. This is also one of them, so it's K-pop and ghost hunting, which is kind of an interesting combination, but I like the story. It's up there. I'm gonna put it with the B, I'd say. I feel like it's kind of in between, so I'm gonna have to move these down one. I think this is more accurate. Yes. Siwoo Side is a little bit more fun to me than those. And the outfits are pretty good, so it's also more of a modern outfit. Some of the stories are really based on the time periods they set in, but a lot of them also have these random outfits like the carnival suit. So this is my favorite outfit from Siwoo Side. It's not the prettiest, but it's about all the separate pieces. So I really like the top with the bag and the bunny, and the ice cream is really useful. I'm just looking at it objectively so I can make outfits with it, but this is my favorite one from there. This might not give you the best impression of the story. Okay, since I want to do it justice, this is another outfit that looks horrible together, but look at the objectively the loose item, especially pants. We barely have any pants, so if you like dressing up, you're probably best off reading this story because you get a lot of items that are useful separately. Then we have Spring Sonata. So I did a video on this one, so please go watch it if you haven't already to see a full in-depth look. This is so boring. This story is so bad. I would even make a separate tier almost to say lower. It is boring. First of all, taking the box of being, I think, an orphan or something, and the main character is so mean and so selfish, and she sounds like a 12-year-old, so we want to hang out with this boy because this boy's really good at music because we're in a music school, and when the boy rejects us for working together, we get offended because he chooses someone else, and we pity over it for I think like 15 chapters, almost feels like 15 levels, to complain about why didn't he choose me, what is wrong with him, oh my god. And the outfits aren't even that good, and it's not easy for beginners to play because there's a lot of crafting involved, and don't read this one, skip it. You'll be better off. So the best outfit is the one that you get from the encounters. It's a cute academy outfit. It's nothing to write home about. It's just cute, and that's it. Then we have Swan Lake, which is one of my favorite ballet pieces because I used to do ballet as a small kid and we did this one. So for me, it's in A tier because I really liked it, but it's not very popular amongst others. The story is really linear. There's not really many choices to go from, and most of the time you need to recraft. So if you're a beginner, you haven't played many, I would skip this one for now because you have to craft a lot to just only go one level at a time, and it's very slow. It came out, I think, like it's the fourth or fifth story, so it's still from like beginning of the game. I'm glad they learned from it a little bit, but the crafting is not that good, but the story and the outfits are really great. So this is my favorite outfit from Swan Lake. The dress itself is definitely also in my top few dresses of the whole game. There's also a blue version, or a whole blue version of the outfit, which is a Lucky Jerry outfit, which I also like, but I love the purple more. And this is also the first time that they introduced makeup, which I was very grateful for. So this one is, it's gorgeous. Then we have Taisho Adventures, which I don't remember anything about this. I'm pretty sure I've read this because when I look at the companions, they look very familiar, and they do recall in me in some way, but I don't remember anything. So I'm gonna put it in didn't read, but just like Romy and Julius, I think I've read it and it was just so forgettable I forgot about it. So again, if you have read this and you think something about it, please let me know down below. This is my favorite outfit from Taisho Adventures. It's all very Asian inspired again. I really like this one because it's pink with the flowers and I like the bag, but again, I don't know. I don't remember. There's a lot of stories to remember here. Then we have Tang Dynasty Hunter, which is a also I think a Chinese or Japanese story, and it is with mermaids, which is pretty cool. I love mermaids, but I don't know what it was about this story, but it really turned it off in me. I only read it, I think, halfway through. I'm gonna put it in E because it couldn't. I really wanted to like it because I said I really like mermaids and I thought this was going to be my big story, that it was going to be my top favorite, but it was just not intriguing me enough. And sometimes maybe it's my small brain, who knows, but sometimes it's just too complicated and it doesn't get to the fun stuff. So, and the endings were kind of wouldn't say it was my favorite. This is my favorite outfit from there. However, this is as an outfit that you need to continuously craft with the upgrade crafting. I don't know what it's called. It costs a lot of materials and I wouldn't say really it's worth it, but it is really pretty. So that's why I would say this one is my favorite, because it's so over the top and I love gold. Moving on to Sacred Beast. This one was a lot of fun. I'm gonna put this up in the A list. It has a good story and a lot of things happen. It's not too slow. It's not too complicated as my brain would think. Yes, it sometimes is, and a lot of stuff happens. So as our character, we need money for our sick brother, so we go, oh, we're orphan again, by the way. I think this one is an orphan story. We have a sick brother and we need money, and then there's this big monster that no one wants, but if you find him or you kill him or you needed something that he has and you would bring it back, he'll get enough money for us to save our brother for a long time. So we go there and we ended up befriending the pet Sacred Beast, and he becomes our little companion, and no one seems to enjoy that. So it's kind of the story of how people move on with that, and then a lot of stuff happens and it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. And then this is my favorite outfit from there. Is again, it's really over the top. There's a lot of stuff happening and the cool plushie. I love plushies in the game. So I would say this one is a plus on read and a plus on the outfits. Trendy Times is another one of my videos, and I thought it was B level. I liked it. The startup is really dumb again. We're an orphan and we are looking to be a fashion designer because we want to make pants, and then we go on to meet someone who looks exactly like us, and that's kind of how the premise starts of us having money to do whatever the fuck we want, right? So I think the setup is really bad. There's a lot of these random endings that they make, like, oh, this will change the story, and then you click the one you think is best, and then they're like, oop, well, you said no to lunch, so now you will die in a ditch. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, and I really don't like that. And then the ending was, I think halfway is when I enjoyed it the most, when our character was just living their life in the world that we were in, because the companions and the story was great other than that. And the ending was kind of double because you have two companions and you can choose which one, but in the end you're only gonna have the same ending but just with two different companions, so they just really make them feel like AI. In the beginning they really feel like two different people, but it ends up being like the same person basically. So I liked it a little bit less, but it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. But the outfits, no. So this is my favorite outfit from there, but it is a Lucky Jera outfit. The other ones were kind of whack. It wasn't my style, not for me. We're moving on. Then we have Whispers of the Rain. It's also kind of in the style of, have you seen Claudia to me? There's this mystery that we find out. We find a baby. We want to know who it is. Once we go to city to find someone, I think our parents again. It's been a while, but it's pretty good. It's just like kind of Ghost Manor, that it's sometimes very focused on laws and police rules and stuff like that, but it's not too pushy, and the story is intriguing because you find this baby and you want to know, oh, where's the baby from, and then you find more things that you want to know the answer to, so it's really going to keep you reading. And the outfits are pretty good because they're not really focused on the story. So for example, this is my favorite outfit, and it's also one of my favorites in the game. It's so cool looking. So having to rate it, I would put it on the level of B as well. So White Snake is another one I didn't read, so I'm just gonna have to put it on here, but I just didn't like it as much. I started reading it and I was like, oh, we have another Chinese story, which is not really my cup of tea anyway, because I don't really understand it most of the time. because I don't know anything about emperors, but I got the drill now, but back then I was over it, so I kind of skipped through it. Again, I can't say much about it. Only thing is that we got introduced to a flying hamster, which got thumbs up from me. I immediately bought that, and I think that's the best thing that came from the story, at least for me. So if you've read it, it's your favorite, please let me know why. So I forgot to add this one to the tier list, but I will after this video. But if I do it now, I think it's gonna reset. But it's Kingdom of Beasts. This one is really good. I really like this one. If I would have to rate it, Kingdom of Beasts would probably be an A or S tier, because it is a very intriguing story. It has outfits with cat ears, and basically you are a character that is, you're not an orphan, okay? You do have parents that sell you out, I think, to marry some guy, just because they need money, because your dad is a gambler, naturally. I think he also beats your mom. Sounds so bad when I'm saying it. That's what's going on most of the time. So the part of the story that I like the most is that you basically go to an auction and you see a half human, half animal, which is a thing in this universe, is being sold, and you feel bad for it, so you spend all your money to buy him and kind of basically set him free. But he's so grateful that he sticks with you, and you kind of go on an adventure with him, meeting your new fiance that you kind of didn't want to marry, and then meeting some other new friends along the way, and of course more half human, half beast, and how that kind of goes around in the world. It's really good. I like this one a lot. And then this is my favorite outfit from the story, but honestly it has a bunch of great outfits. Again, it has cat ears, which you can just put on anything, and I love the dress. I love the way when dresses are cut high and then long in the back, and you can see the inside, and it has like cool things, and you can see the socks and the boots. This is definitely a or an S tier. I would say S almost, yes. Okay, so that rounds up my tier list. So if you would like to do your own, it's in the description down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with my ratings? What are your top few stories, or which one are you planning to read now? I would love to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching the whole video. It really appreciated me and warms my heart. And I hope you like the camera this time around, because I'm just trying it. I normally don't hide my face or something, but it's the first time showing on YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!